After watching around 70 new anime in 2024, it's impossible not to get excited about what's to come in 2025. The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Never in a million years did I think an anime about a girl from 1,000 years ago who likes to drink poison for fun would be on my top 10 hype list, and you the viewer probably weren't expecting it either, but here we are. It may sound like a CW drama, but don't judge a book by its cover. The Apothecary Diaries is awesome. That poison addict Mao Mao might be the best female protagonist in anime right now, and watching her uncover ever-expanding layers of a mystery is something I could watch forever. What it lacks in action, it more than makes up for in likable, entertaining characters, mystery, and long-term storytelling. The way it blends its historical setting and elements of mystery with these wildly over-the-top characters gives it a perfect ratio of serious to fun. Sakamoto Days. It's time to go in blind. I always like to put at least one new series on these things, so here we are, the singular new anime in my top 10. Now, I have to confess, I know literally nothing about it, but like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Solo Leveling, and Kaiju number 8 before it, the hype has reached levels that I simply cannot ignore. That seems to happen every year at this point, and guess what? It always works. None of those anime have disappointed me, and I'm not concerned about that trend being broken here either. Until I have a reason not to, I will trust the people. I haven't even watched the trailer, I muted it for these clips, so I will be walking in without any idea of what may happen, but I'm excited to see what this old dude can do. Classroom of the Elite Season 4. I love a good series set in school. I also love battles of wits, where having the better or even just more convoluted strategy wins. Classroom of the Elite is currently the best of both of those worlds, and nothing else comes close for me. Every season will spend most of the time telling these compelling, but seemingly unconnected stories, only for it to all tie together at the end, always in incredible fashion. This time the threat extends from outside of the school. Sakiyanagi wasn't a big enough threat, so I guess it's time for my boy to start beating down some adults. And I'm thrilled to see what new elements come into play because of that. It's also hilarious. This child is so smart and rebellious that his dad is trying to institute a dictatorship at his school to get back at him. Talk about crazy. Let's just hope Ayano Koji doesn't shatter Kei's heart in the process, and that if anyone gets wrecked this season, it's Kushida. Solo Leveling: Arise from the Shadow. For as much hate as mid-leveling got last year, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Do I stick by my extremely generous S-tier ranking from my first ever tier list? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean I'm not excited for Season 2. I think Season 1's handling of the Genu character's desire for strength is woefully underrated. It's something that has impacted him in every aspect of his life, and seeing him have the ability to change that was a way more compelling element towards becoming a god-tier fighter than I was expecting. I can't wait to see what goes down on Jeju Island, which apparently is a real place, and how dangerous that island will be, because they've teased that it's insane. Plus, how could I not be intrigued watching Genu continue to try and reach Goku and Saitama levels of overpowered? Jobless Reincarnation Season 3. Now that we've gotten past the erectile dysfunction and cheating on your wife arcs, more than anything, I'm curious where the hell this show goes from here. Will we get a Flat Earth arc next? How about an arc about cucking? I wouldn't be surprised, and yet this is still pretty high up on my list. The second halves of the first two seasons have been outstanding, so let's hope that extends to the earlier part of Season 3 as we almost certainly try to grow Rudy's harem. Will we ever see Sarah again? Rudy did her dirty, so I hope so. The end of last season teased the return of Eris, so will she be joining the harem next? Her and Sylphie meeting could be a showdown for the ages, so let's hope it happens. One Punch Man Season 3. Who knows if this will actually come out or not? At the pace we're going, this might end up being on every hype list of mine until 2030, but when it does eventually release, as impossible as that may seem, I will be looking forward to it, as foolish as that may be. What can I say? I'm a fan of the show. This is the season we're supposed to be getting Saitama vs. Garo, right? Before I get to the next anime on my list, it's worth noting here there have been rumors for other anime that may come out in 2025 that I cannot confirm. I filmed this video early, so it's possible I may have missed some official announcement. Anime like Frieren Season 2, more 100 Year Quest, The Return of Black Clover, or Kagurabachi all would have made this list with some kind of confirmation that they'd be coming out by the time of this filming. But right now, that's not the case, so I can't put them on this list. However, as I was making this video, Dandadan Season 2 and My Dress Up Darling both were announced after I'd written my script for this. Both of those would be on my top 10, so just know that. Windbreaker Season 2. The most wholesome delinquent anime I've ever seen was also the most pleasant surprise of 2024. Despite being new, it really hits these nostalgic vibes. I don't know how it does it, but that makes everything so much more enjoyable to watch. There really is nothing better than watching kids assault each other while getting praised by the town for doing so. With how much depth we were given in Season 1 for characters like Choji and Togame, I cannot wait to see the Anzu storyline play out. What new aspects will this new enemy bring to the table? What will their motivations be? Where will Sakura's character go? Will we see more of his past and stunt his growth, or will he continue to progress? I don't know, but I have no reason to doubt the characters or the fighting, so I will be anxiously waiting. Kaiju number 8, Season 2. I am super curious where things go from here. We ended Season 1 on an awesome cliffhanger, and I can't wait to see what Kaiju number 9 and presumably his friends in the teens have in store for us. Early on, the series had a lot of similarities to Attack on Titan, and I don't think that's going to continue, which is both disappointing and exciting because I have no clue where things are going to go. As one of my favorite casts of 2024, I can't wait to see more of them because in such a short time, they did a great job of making you care for these people. It also seemed like last season's cast is going to be more split up, so it'll be interesting to see how Kafka and Reno are handled, or Kafka and Mina. And Mina, it's time to start showing Kafka some love. Seriously, this dude has earned it. Dr. Stone, Science Future. Is it annoying they're going the Attack on Titan 3-part finale? Yes. Yes, it is. Do I care? No. Because they're going to the fucking moon. This is going to be the craziest season or collection of seasons of one of my favorite anime ever. They can take as long as they need to tell this right because that's all that matters. Quality over quantity. I know the starting point and I know the destination, but the in-between has me truly excited. Who else will join anime's most wholesome cast? Who is going to the moon and who isn't? How can Detective Suika continue to prove useful? These are the questions we need answers to. Also, once the destination is reached, anything can happen, and I'm prepared for the best. Here are some honorable mentions. Fire Force Season 3, it sure took long enough to get this. 100 Girlfriends Season 2. I cannot describe how ready I am for another half-dozen new girlfriends and all the hijinks that come with them. Spy X Family Season 3. Yes, I say the X, and please move the plot forward this season. Lastly, the lone originals on this list, Ubel Blot and Gachia Kuda. I don't know much, but they look cool. My Hero Academia Season 8. It's the final season of my favorite ongoing anime and one of my favorite shows of any medium ever. How could it not be number 1? The last 2 seasons have been incredible, and last season alone gave us worthy conclusions to characters like Dabi and Toga, while also giving us epic and really powerful returns. But there are still so many threads that are undone. Deku vs Shigaraki, All Might vs All for One, what's happening with Bakugo, what's happening with Hawks, what has been set up for seasons that I haven't caught on to yet but will play a huge role in the finale. I'm sure there's something I'm missing. Horikoshi knows what he's doing. The final season has a lot of weight on its shoulders, but I have absolute faith it'll deliver like it always does. Just don't split it up into 3 parts too. With that, I'm out.